Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host Mike, and today guys I wanted to show some of the movies that I watched in October for the month of Halloween celebration. Picked out a good 3 or 4 or 5 handfuls of some movies. I try to watch maybe 1, maybe 2 a night. Maybe on the weekend pick up a couple extras, but I've tried to watch a bunch of movies for this Halloween and to make some videos. Even though we're in a different month now, this is the aftermath. This is after I've watched everything and I wanted to make the video. So anyways, I got some new movies. I found some really new releases that just come out. I got a documentary, even a laser disc. I got all kinds of different stuff, but I picked some stuff off the shelf. I don't think I've ever talked about the movies that I got off the shelf, but a few of them are new, a few of them are old. So let's get right into it, guys. So I started off on the 1st of October. I may even cheat it and start at the end of September. But this was something I ordered, and it's really cool. It was a really good documentary, and actually me and my wife sat down and we watched it. This is a movie about Boris Karloff. It's a documentary. It's called Boris Karloff, the Man Behind the Monster. And I'm pretty sure this is a new release. I think it just came out, like had a street date. I think it just came out last month. What's cool about it, it's a pretty lengthy documentary. It's it's 103 minutes for the regular documentary, and then it's got a bonus feature on here called Boris Karloff: The Rest of the Story, which says it's from the same year, 2022, but it's 122 minutes. So you get this extra documentary on it, and I think a lot of it has different scenes and a lot of different stuff. I didn't watch the second one. I need to. It's also got meeting Boris Karloff, different stuff like that. His daughter is Sarah Karloff is interviewed and quite heavily in the documentary, which she's pretty much the spokesman for her father and her father's estate and everything. So really good movie. I mean, if you're a Universal Monsters fan, I don't even have to tell you that, you're already on this, but highly recommend this. It's really good. I haven't really seen a documentary about him this long. You know, I've usually seen a 30-minute, 20-minute little thing, but this is pretty cool. It's really cool. It goes all the way back. Found out some stuff about him, about his personal life that I never knew. It's a complete mystery to me to that day until I saw this, and I was like, wow, but I'm not going to tell you about it. But anyways, Boris Karloff, the Man Behind the Monster. Highly recommend that. Watch it during Halloween or whenever. Next up, this was a movie I pulled off the shelf. I've had this for a while. This Kino Classics put this out. This is kind of a, what do you call it? Kind of a episodic movie, kind of like, can't even think of the word, kind of like Creep Show and different stuff. But anyways, this is one of the granddaddies of these, the originals. This is from 1945, made in England. This is Dead of Night, and it's a really good movie. One of the most famous episodes in it is about the dummy, the ventriloquist dummy. Who's actually alive and stuff, and you've probably seen that in other movies and stuff, you know, in the past. But this was the first time I believe that they did this kind of, you know, thing with the dummy that's possessed and everything. But this is a really good release. It's a 4K restoration. It's never looked better. It's got a pretty big cast. Michael Redgrave, quite British heavy cast. It's got a lot of good stuff in there. It's got a Tim Lucas audio commentary, and there's a pretty good documentary on here called what's it called? Dead of Night, the documentary, which is actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting that, but I rewatched this. I usually like digging into this during the Halloween time. It's really cool. I'm trying to think of the word. Always have brain farts, man. Whatever. Anyways, this is kind of like, you know, what's the word? It's a whole bunch of episodes. Anyways, really cool. Dead of Night, guys. Check it out. Next up, this is an upgrade. I upgraded this edition from my DVD edition. Now, this is a... Now, I know the 4K came out within the last year and a half or so from Arrow. But this is just the regular Blu-ray edition that came out a few years before that. This is the Arrow Blu-ray edition of American Werewolf in London. Of course, it's John Landis's 1981 horror comedy classic. And it's heavy on extras. A lot of great supplements. Pretty much everything that's come over from other releases on DVD and stuff, plus some new stuff. And you know how Arrow can do it, man. They put together a lot of stuff. And there's plenty on here to watch. I mean, you could take 2 nights and just watch all the supplements before you even watch the movie. But anyways, I'm really glad I upgraded on this. It looks really good, has a really good picture. And I was really wanting to get my hands on those supplements on here too. But I would say this one and then Eureka's edition of Fright Night are 2 Blu-rays that you need to get if you're a horror fan. I believe they're both only region 2 possibly, but the Fright Night one has a ton of extras on it and stuff. So if you're a fan of the movie, you're definitely want to get those editions. But there you go, American Werewolf in London. And when I watched it, I did a little comparison to myself of my DVD edition that I had for many years. This is just the 2-disc Beware the Moon edition of American Werewolf in London. And it's got a slipcase. Not much, but even this one, you know, it has a whole disc of bonus stuff on here. And it's got two pretty big documentaries on this one, though. But I believe these are on the Blu-ray, the Arrow, so pretty good to go. So there you go, American Werewolf in London. I just wanted to do that. And another one, this is the very first time I've seen this one. This is a new release. It's a Vincent Price movie that I had never seen before. And this is a Region 2 UK release from Simply Media. This is a movie called Diary of a Madman. And I've heard of it for years, and I don't know, maybe I just didn't put Vincent Price with the name. I mean, of course, it's a Ozzy Osbourne record, Diary of a Madman. His best album, I think. But anyways, really good, pretty good. It's not like the Edgar Allan Poe movies that he would do in the early to mid 60s. This is from 1963, so it's around that time before he started really working with Roger Corman. But pretty good otherwise. I think it may be a British release or a movie or something. So there could be an optional title to this. So anyways, but it's the first time I ever saw it and I enjoyed it. Kind of hard not to like Vincent Price. Everything, but really cool. Kind of filled in a little blanks that I have of Vincent Price during that period. A movie I haven't seen. So Diary of a Madman, pretty cool. And next up, this is a double disc, DVD disc, a double feature from Miramax. Wanted to kind of dig into the late 90s, early 2000s horror, thriller movies that were being made around that time. A lot of fresh talent came out. You know, you had the Scream movies and you had all that stuff. But this is a movie, horror. I got it for this one. This is a movie by Robert Rodriguez. It's called The Faculty. And I haven't seen that forever. And we watched it and it was pretty good. Not as good as I remember, but a lot of fun. A lot, different. Robert Rodriguez doing you know, horror movie. And then it's got Phantoms as the second release. Now, I haven't seen this either for a long, long time. But yeah, the Phantoms has Rose McGowan, Liv Schreiber, Ben Affleck. So it's based on a Dean Koontz novel, so it's pretty cool. So it's not a bad double feature, and I found this on eBay for peanuts. So there you go. So I'll probably catch up on Phantoms later on. I just didn't get there. And here's the Laserdisc that I watched. This is one I've had for a while. This is it's kind of a two movie double disc Laserdisc. This is the Bat Whispers, which is a 1930. It's more of a detective noirish crime movie. It's got some chill. Not really scary or anything, but it's got some little creepy scenes in it, but it's really more of a cat and mouse with a thief and a cop, or a detective, really. But yeah, this is famous for being filmed in an early widescreen process. I think it's called, yeah, Magnafilm, which was one of the early widescreen processes and stuff. Around that time, 1929-30 and stuff, they were really experimenting because they wanted to make that the next big thing next to sound. And it really didn't take off because of just the limitations of the camera and the sets and stuff at the time. And then plus theaters would have to change over their screens to, you know, bigger screens. So anyways, so it's got the Bat Whispers on one side, and then it's got another Vincent Price movie with Agnes Moorehead called The Bat, which is probably one of those movies you've seen. It's been on, you know, video for years, public domain, I believe, but these are pretty good. These are really nice copies from the Roan Group. They put out a lot of good laser discs in the 90s and stuff, like White Zombie and stuff like that. So they put out a lot of good stuff. So there you go, just some curiosities, you know. The Bat was more, you know, within the 1950s, 1959, but mainly this one I wanted as curiosity and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Had to throw in a curveball. And finally, guys, this is something I've wanted for a long time. I've always loved the Twilight Zone, the original Twilight Zone. And ever since I've had Netflix for about 10 years now, I've been able to watch Twilight Zone. I think they have all the seasons but one on Netflix, like the third season or something like that. So I finally thought, hey, I'm going to get the whole box set. So I got it all on Blu-ray, the whole 156 episodes of the Twilight Zone, the complete series. One of my favorite TV shows of all time. I can still put this on. I love putting it on at like about 2 o'clock in the morning when you're about half asleep, half awake, and you just kind of get into that late night. Kind of brings back memories of being a kid and watching late night scary movies and whatnot. But yeah, really cool. Recommend this. I found a good deal on it. I shopped around and everything. I haven't seen the Blu-ray box set in stores before. I've always seen the DVD edition, so I was really happy to get that. Of course, it's got some extra bonus features. It's got some commentaries. It's got some even radio versions and stuff on here, so it's pretty cool. So the Twilight Zone, the complete collection, really cool. I'm glad I added that. So that's probably going to be a new thing. I'll probably mix in some Twilight Zones next year, you know, also. But I like the Twilight Zone anytime. So there you go, guys. I hope you like this. This is just, I think maybe, what is this? I don't know what part this is. I think this is the second part of showing you guys what I'm watching for Halloween, or maybe the first one. I can't remember. But exactly, guys, or I'm sorry. Pretty soon I'm going to have a second edition come out. I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff, but I'm trying to wrap this up as quick as I can. But thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment. Always love hearing from you guys. And I think that's it for now. So I will see you guys later. You all take it easy and watch a good movie tonight. Later.